Hey everyone, welcome back to Lucky by Nature. Angelic Vixen here. This is your no fluff ARK breaking news. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Eggcellent adventure. That's right, everybody. The Easter Bunny has arrived to ARK. We will also be discussing many fixes that came down with this patch, and they were actually really awesome. I love all of these positive changes for Wildcard. So let's get right into this episode, and I will let you know everything that has changed and everything that's been updated. The Eggcellent Adventure 4 activates today, April 16th, and will go all the way through until April 30th. Unfortunately, Primitive Plus will not be getting this event. The Wild Bunny Oviraptors cannot be tamed, but they will be dropping Easter candy this year. And if you've had any experience with the candies from prior events that they've done for the holidays, you'll know that usually the candy gives you some sort of boost, and it will give you a different color effect. I don't know exactly what they're going to be this year until I start looking at them, but that is typically how their candy works. So we do have that awesome effect that we will be able to use during the Easter event. The Wild Bunny Dodos also cannot be tamed, and they will be dropping the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs can be placed in the world and actually painted, and Wildcard has a contest going on for that very thing. The Easter skins are going to be the same as the ones we've always had, plus 2 new items. We have the Marshmallow Dodo hat and the Chocolate Bunny Club, and I will show you right now exactly what those look like. This is going to be just an absolutely amazing event. I love all of the holiday events, and wild creatures have a chance of spawning with additional colors of green, magenta, yellow, and blue. So definitely get out there and start taming, because always during these events, it's the best time to tame. All right, so this week they have quite a few really good fixes, so let's get right into it. The Managarmr, they drastically reduced the frost breath range, and that was an issue with the turret, so I'm really glad they took that serious, because there was a lot of feedback coming back for that very issue. Primitive Plus got some love again this week. Look at all these changes. So they have fixed the specific items in the forge. They have it so that you can now harvest coal from obsidian, inability to harvest beeswax, so they fixed all of those. They fixed also the problems with the beehive functionality. The cauldron and industrial cooker can now craft the new kibble, which they weren't able to do. And then the new kibble is now functional on the dinos, which is also not happening. Look, again, this week with meshing, they are really taking this stuff serious. I am so grateful for that. So they have whole fixes across Aberration, Extinction Island, Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and the Center. They did the iteration on the metrics. The Desert Titan now requires line of sight to do melee or lightning damage. I am so happy about that, because that was a huge issue. And then the issue with the Carquinos, that was definitely leading to a major exploit. So I'm very glad that they took that serious. And now let's look at the environment. Look at all the changes and the updates they're doing to Aberration. I absolutely love Aberration. So the fact that they're giving it some that, needed love just to fix a few things, I really appreciate that. They also moved 4 spawn points on the island because people were having issues. I actually ran into that very same scenario. So that's actually really good that they took it serious and got it fixed quickly. They also fixed where players can get stuck in Extinction, and that's really important because Extinction had quite a few holes, like in their environment, where you would get stuck and there was nothing you could do except wait to die. It was really bad, and I noticed over time they did a really good job of fixing those things, so clearly that they found more, so I'm really glad they're taking that serious. All right, moving on to the exploits. This is really good. So they fixed the stacking physics impulses. That was a problem. I'm not really sure what was happening with the Rockwell tentacles, but they've obviously fixed an exploit for that. I did hear about an exploit for the tech swords, which was definitely a huge problem, so I'm glad that they took care of it. And I recently heard about the fish basket exploit, so I'm going to assume it's that very one. And it was a little too convenient, so I'm glad they fixed that, because I mean, if it gets too easy in this game, what fun is that, right? And then there was changes to the platform saddle. So on unofficial, there were changes to the multiplier. And then also with the prevention of platform saddles counting toward max turret limit, because that was really annoying. With the taxidermy, this was very exciting. Now properly supports weapons on humans. I'm working on a museum that I've been doing actually for a while now, and that was really annoying because if you're trying to, you know, capture that appearance, you couldn't do it. So now that is fixed, so I'm grateful for that. They also adjusted the Desert Titan's dermis offset. There were changes to the homestead because there were issues with some of the pieces, and then they set up colorization for the fence foundation and set up colorization for the wood railing. The Kentro has an added hard clamp to damage reflection, and now the Equus can finally take its preferred kibble. The GPS transporters are now fixed from disappearing, and then placed transponder node no longer scales up after restart. The Mind Wipe got the update to the description showing that it reflects a 24-hour cooldown. Sick dinos are no longer able to attack and now use player in-game name in the tribe log. So that's a nice change. The industrial cooker now supports pulling water from any connected source. Never auto-activates when connected to water. Extinction removed the global cuddle food list override array. I'm not really sure what that means, but it sounds pretty serious. Turrets use fast turret targeting system automatically for anything moving faster than 300 centimeters. The sloped wooden wall got some love. The C4, this one I could not wait to get to. I've been waiting to get to this part. Can now place C4 near ORP protected structures except for foundations. Oh my goodness. Some people are going to have major meltdowns with that one. I can see the pros and the cons. What do you guys think? Yeah. And then the dino leashes can no longer be placed near enemy foundations. That was so strange that you were even able to do that, but glad they fixed it. And then there was an LOD iteration for the Basilisk, the Flak Armor, and the Ghillie Armor. And of course, all of these updates came through for PC, Xbox, and PS4. And then with the Easter event also, as I mentioned previously, there is the egg painting contest where you can win $100. That's for PC, console, and real life eggs. So definitely be sure to reach out to Wildcard and send those in so that somebody can win that $100. I'm really excited for all of you guys, and I cannot wait to see all of the artwork that you guys come up with for the Easter event. And then as you can see here, Wildcard did include more information on meshing. They are being very diligent in keeping us abreast of every single thing that they're working on, and I truly appreciate the fact that the communication with Wildcard and the community has changed for the better, and I'm so thankful for the direction that we're going in 2019. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.